If you click down this video, chances are you're starting your business journey. You know that you no longer want to work a 9-to-5. You understand that, hey, there's other ways to make money out there that seem to be a lot better than what I'm currently doing, because the way that I'm headed now is ultimately not going to get me to where I want to go. And I completely understand that, because not long ago I was in your position and I knew that I needed two things. I needed risk and I needed ownership. And those two things come when you start a business. So the question that we're going to be answering here is, what business should you start? There are so many different avenues to go into. Social media marketing, drop shipping, e-com, all of these different things, but which one is actually right for you? And that's what we're going to answer in this video. But before we get into it, my name is Gary Frayter. I'm a celebrity social media manager and agency owner. And in the past year alone, I've scaled my social media agency from 0 to multiple 6 figures. And I previously managed social media for Mike Tyson and a ton of other celebrities. So again, not long ago, I was in your shoes figuring out which way to go into. And now I've done that successfully. So there's nobody better to talk about this than me. So let's get right into it. What business should you start? Before you even talk about business or anything, you need to answer this one question. And it's not this one. It is, what problem am I solving? This is the number one question. What problem am I solving? This is the fundamental aspect of business. And the bigger the problem you solve, the higher rate you'll be able to charge. Personal trainers are a perfect example of this. Let's say they help busy moms lose 10 pounds. They can charge upwards of 50 to 100 bucks an hour, 150 bucks an hour, and that is a good problem that they're solving. But if, let's say, you are an agency owner or a consultant that helps social media agencies scale from $500,000 to $1 million, you're going to get paid much more, obviously, because that is the bigger problem that you're actually solving. So I want you to think about that in the grand scheme of things. The bigger the problem you solve, ultimately the more you're going to get paid. And I want you to also remember that the problem that you are solving is the bridge from where your client is now to where they want to go. So your client is right here. Client. This is where they want to go. So let's say go or dream, right? Your problem, your business, the problem that you're solving is right here. It's the thing that takes them here. So this is your business. This is where you're providing value. Understand that? Because your client, let's say, needs to lose 10 pounds, or they need to build their personal brand, or they want to do XYZ. The business that you are offering is the thing that's going to take them there. And ultimately, the client is paying for a result. So as you sit here and think about a business, you need to figure out, what does that look like for me? What can I help people with? What problem can I solve for people? And ultimately, that is the business. That is the fundamental question of what it means to be a business owner. You are solving a problem. And remember, people need to have pain points in order for you to actually service them. You cannot service somebody, let's say, if you own a restaurant, you cannot convince somebody who's not hungry to eat at your restaurant. Only when they're hungry can they go out and eat at your restaurant, because that person doesn't have a big enough pain point for you to solve their problem. So another example is like if somebody's like really in shape and he's your potential client and you're like, hey, I can get you even more in shape. This is not really his dream anymore, because he's here and he's already achieved the thing that he wants to achieve. Is he like, are you going to help him maintain it? Are you going to help him get even more in shape? Maybe, but chances are he's not really looking for that. So I want you to think about that. Again, what problem can you solve for people? And the second thing, do I have the skills? Do I have the skills? So if you are running paid ads, let's say, and you know nothing about paid ads, why would you be doing paid ads? Or how long will it take you to learn paid ads? Paid ads is actually something that you can learn relatively quickly. And you can go out and do that for other business owners that basically pay for advertisement, and you can run ads on their behalf. That is a great way to go about it. But if you are, let's say, a personal trainer or trying to become a personal trainer, and you yourself are out of shape, Do you really have the skills in order to train people and help them out? No, probably not. If you've never ran any sort of agency before, you have no experience in agency, or you have never done social media marketing yourself for anybody else, can you really teach about social media marketing? I don't know. You have to understand if you have the skills in order to do that. There are things that you can delegate to other people, and there are things that you need to do yourself. If you run, let's say, a video agency, or you're a photographer, you need to get good at that skill before you go out and do this for other people. So remember, do I have the skills in order to do that? If not, how long will this take me to figure out? And the thing is, for stuff that you don't know, let's say you're a good photographer, but you want to also offer video editing services, you need to find a good video editor and partner up with them. So the thing is, you're not boxed into the only thing that you know. However, you need to be good at that thing that you know, and you need to understand that thing that you know. One of the best things that I did before launching Frayter Media, my social media agency, is for 7+ years, I worked for other people and made them a ton of money. I also got to learn the industry. I also got to learn mistakes. I've managed social media for Mike Tyson and a ton of other people. And that helped me then launch my social media agency, and which is why in the first year I grew up from 0 to multiple 6 figures, is because I understood the fundamental business of it and I had the skills to do it. And I also knew what problem I was solving for people. So I want you to make sure that that's something that you have in mind, and you're not just jumping around being like, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. That is how ultimately business owners fail, or aspiring entrepreneurs fail, is because they're looking at these shiny objects. They're like, oh, this is cool. I could try this. No, figure out what is it that you actually have skills in. What problem can you solve for people, and try to combine the two and go there. And that is your ultimate business. That is how you start your business. That is the first step that you need to do in order to build, period. Last but not least, and this is arguably, I wouldn't say the most important, but I would say this is number 3 for a reason. It is 3. Are you passionate? Not are you passionate in general, but are you passionate about the thing that you are going to be doing? The reason why I went into social media marketing is obviously because I feel as though I know it better than a lot of other people, than most people, because I've done it for other people for so long. Also, though, I'm extremely passionate about the thing that I'm doing. If you are going into e-com and you not only don't have the skills, you don't really know what problem you're solving for people, and most importantly, you're not passionate about it, you are going to get burnt out. In your first year of business, it is a war. It is a fight. It's a constant grind every single day. And if you are going to leave your 9-to-5 for entrepreneurship and start your own business, you need to make sure that you have a reason why you are getting up every single day. And it has to be just bigger than, hey, I want to make a lot of money. It has to be bigger than that. It has to be bigger than just, I want financial freedom. You have to be genuinely and truly passionate about it. I would rather make a little bit less money, but be doing something that I'm genuinely passionate about, because I understand that I'm going to do this a lot better than other people will. And when the going gets hard and when it gets difficult, I am not going to quit, because I am passionate about what I'm doing, about the problem that I'm solving for people. There are really good personal trainers out there, and there are really bad personal trainers out there. There are very good social media managers and really bad social media managers out there that run their own business. And the reason that differentiates these people is not only skill, but it's also how much do they care. Have you ever noticed that when you have a good doctor versus a bad doctor, they really just, like a good doctor really just sits with you and listens to you, and it has just impeccable bedside manners. That is ultimately what passion is. They care, they are passionate about what it is that they're doing, and they're not just there for a paycheck. So guys, these 3 things, what problem are you solving? Are you passionate about what you're doing? And do you have the skills in order to actually be successful in this? Are the 3 things needed in order to figure out what business you should start? There are a million ways to go into business. You just need to figure out, what is it that you actually want to do? What can you be successful in? What problem are you actually solving for people? These things right here will absolutely help you and your first steps, because you're early on in your journey, and it's okay to not know the answers. It's okay to be worried. It's okay to be confused. But what's not okay is to sit there in analysis paralysis. Do something. Put action in. And this right here, hopefully this video will at least give you the first step in order to be successful. So guys, hopefully this video helps. My goal here on this channel is to help young business owners, particularly males, young men that are looking to get into business, actually function and be successful in the first few years. So basically from launch to up to 2 years. Basically when you're in that weird period of trying to figure things out and when it's hard and when it's difficult. I am here to guide you on that and also give you the lessons that I learned along the way because I am there right now. So guys, hit that subscribe button. It really helps with the algorithm, and I'll catch you guys next time.